So guys, if you don't know, Fortnite has recently added the option to add 360-degree movement in-game for keyboard players. Essentially, there's going to be a movement slider within the mouse settings tab, and you guys are going to want to go in there and decide if you want to change it. However, I'm going to be comparing the Fortnite in-game movement to the Wooting software, which a lot of professional players use. I'm going to be going over if that's bannable, what the best settings for it are, how to set it up, and then comparing that to the Fortnite in-game feature. Now be sure to use code SONATA in the Fortnite item shop if you guys do want to support me. Let's hop right into this video. So I want to start off by going over the new in-game Fortnite edition. So essentially, Fortnite Battle Royale has had no 360-degree movement for keyboard players. You've only been able to move in 8 directions for the past 4 years. And if you guys have ever played Fortnite Save the World, you know that Fortnite Save the World is going to be having some variety of double movement for keyboard players. Essentially, what Fortnite has done is added a selector for you guys to change your movement based upon a sliding toggle in the mouse settings section. Now, a lot of pros have used this feature and have said that it's nothing compared to their double movement apps. So if you guys don't know, one of the most popular double movement applications is going to be the Wooting software. Within that software, you guys are going to be able to customize exactly what your keybinds are, customize the amount of strafing that your character will have, all at the cost of $0. Now, in terms of how these two different systems work, the Fortnite in-game setting is pretty much just going to be in the settings tab for the mouse. You're going to go in there and then set your values to whatever you want them to be. So if you guys don't know, higher values means that you're going to strafe more, and lower values means that you're going to strafe less. Now, in the Wooting software, what you guys are going to want to do is install the Wooting software via the Wooting website. Then you're going to want to just set it up, make sure that you unbind all of your WASD keybinds within the game, and then rebind them in the Wooting software app. And then what you're going to want to do is set the amount of strafing that you want to do per each side. The really big benefit of doing this is that you're going to have easier control over your X and Y value. So your X value and your Y value are going to be how much you strafe to one side, and your Wooting software is going to be easier to operate that. However, on the other side, in the Fortnite in-game setting makes you not unbind any of your keybinds and just makes it a lot easier to set up. So really quickly before I get into exactly which ones are better and compare them, I want to go over the idea that double movement softwares might be bannable now. Now, if you guys don't know, in this new update, Fortnite did say that all third-party devices and softwares and applications are bannable if they could provide a competitive advantage. However, a lot of people are kind of confused because Fortnite recently, before this, issued another statement saying that double movement softwares are essentially acceptable. Now, a lot of people and pros are unsure about how to feel about this. However, in my personal belief, I don't think that Fortnite is going to be banning any of these double movement softwares. There's 3 reasons for this primarily. Now, the first reason is that if they did ban these softwares, over 50% of the competitive keyboard and mouse player base would get banned, which is too large of a number for Fortnite to lose. The second reason is the fact that Fortnite in-game movement is very similar to this Wooting software, and we've been using it for quite some time now with pretty much no negative repercussions, so I doubt that they would just make it bannable all of a sudden. And then the third reason is that it's really not that big of a difference to set up, because that software doesn't provide you with any unfair macros, which Fortnite clearly states are illegal. So overall, I don't think that is bannable if you guys use Wooting. I think it's a really acceptable software, and you guys should consider keep using it if you want to. However, listen to these tips before you decide which one you want to use. Now, if you guys don't know, the Fortnite in-game movement setting, essentially the way it works is you're going to be strafing from left to right. You can set your X and Y value. However, for me personally, I'm not exactly sure why. There's actually a limit to how much I can set it to in order to strafe the maximum amount. Now for me, mine's going to be 76 on the X value and then 166 on the Y value. I find this very strange simply because it's not something I've normally had to deal with in terms of these strafing and double movement apps. However, I guess Fortnite just makes it this way. Now, as you guys can see from the zigzag pattern, there is going to be a little bit of a delay in the middle where your character stops for a second, runs straight, and then turns to the other direction. It's going to be definitely double movement. However, it's going to take a little while to get used to, considering that you guys need to know exactly when to hold down the keys and how to move them. Your character is going to be a bit more janky. It's going to be a bit tough to move in a zigzag. However, the really big benefit of this software comes with the moving of side to side in one direction. Now, when you guys are moving that way, it's going to be a lot more of a consistent linear path. You're going to be able to see a wide array of the area around you, and it's going to make life a lot easier when you guys are trying to move from one direction to another, side to side. Now, let's get into the positive and negatives of the Wooting software. Now, obviously, the Wooting software is very easy to install. It's very easy to set your settings up and very easy to select your strafe level. I would recommend that you keep your strafe level somewhere around 93%. You can go all the way to 100, except I find that to be a little bit tedious because you don't really need that much. But a lot of pros do that. I think that it's really good that you're able to customize it down to the exact level with such ease. And I think that the 100% is actually a little bit more than the maximum percent that my personal computer allowed on the Fortnite settings. And as you guys can definitely see in the zigzag pattern, it's a little bit more smooth, a little bit more linear. It's easier for you guys to zigzag a little bit smoother and quicker. On top of that, when you're moving in one specific direction, it's a lot easier to just see the whole area, even if your character does move a little bit closer to the build pieces that you're looking at. That part doesn't really matter at the end of the day because you're not going to be staring at the side for that long. I think wooting is pretty smooth, so is the in-game setting. However, overall the double movement software is much smoother. Now, in my personal opinion, guys, I would 100% recommend that you stick with this wooting software. I think it's much better than these double movement settings that Fortnite has added. I think that it's overall a better choice for most of you competitive players, especially considering the fact that if you do switch to the in-game setting, it's going to take a while for you to get used to it. And I do understand the fact that you guys might be nervous about getting banned or something bad happening to your account if you do continue using these online softwares. However, I do want to say that with a small margin of error because there might be a very small chance that Epic Games does not allow these softwares. However, I do think that Epic needs to come out and specifically state what their thoughts on this are. If they want us using that in-game software, we will. But if they don't, then wooting is definitely the way to go. However, you guys should definitely make your opinion for yourself. But anyways, guys, that is the very straightforward video on exactly what double movement softwares are good and which ones are bannable and not. I really enjoyed making this video simply because I find it very interesting that Fortnite hasn't really issued a statement and that it's kind of just up in the air as to what you can use. I think when there's always a decision to be made like this, Fortnite players tend to be pretty split, which is pretty accurate right now. Around 50-50 is the way that the game is going. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.